Hey there, Riddle 5th graders. Welcome to another episode of Video Art. We've been real busy. I think I say that every time, making lots and lots of drawings. Last week we did the cardinal bird. The week before that we did Charlie Brown, the Christmas tree. We did Bart Simpson. So I've been getting into drawing characters and cartoons and different things just for that. You're doing a lot of measuring when you're drawing things like that, and you're trying to make it look like something that you know. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. But then at the end, when you're finished, you're going to be like, boom! It looks like it looks good. So when you're working and you think this doesn't look right, then you actually can fix it, because if you can see that something's wrong, then just erase it and try again and try to identify what looks wrong. Today we're going to draw a character off Winnie the Pooh. We're going to draw Eyore, my handy dandy little note card. I'm going to start with the shape here for the head. I kind of had a couple little sketch marks of what I was thinking about for my spacing, but this is the head here. Here's the middle of the page. What I'm going to do next, after that head, I'm going to identify where his nose shape is. His nose sticks out. I'm going to try to identify that with a little curved line. Yeah, a little opens up here for his mouth. I'm going to do the whole part of the nose here. There's nose holes. We got a mouth that's open a little bit. And he has a line. He's like stitched together that goes through the face, and there's a couple stitch marks. I'm going to make those. Step 2 here, I'm going to look at the eyes and the hair in his head a little bit. The eyes are about right here. Looking off to the side. Oval eye. Eyebrows. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Next, I'm going to start making his neck and try to make the shape. He's kind of a triangle shape the way he sits. He's sitting here, not all the time, but the way he's sitting in the picture I'm drawing. I'm going to make the back, and then I'm going to make the foot right over here. The foot kind of curves in a little bit. On the other side, he has another foot. He's kind of sitting with his legs out. And we'll do there's 2 feet. Next, I want to make his front 2 legs kind of curling down here. And he's just kind of stitched together, so he's got there's his front 2 legs. Next, here I'm going to work on those back legs. And his ears. Ears will be next. Maybe you're too skinny. And then the other ear kind of sticks around the other side. And then it's the hair on his head. And the one thing that I did not do is his little tail. I'm going to have his tail curl around this little foot here. And he's got a bow on his tail, don't he? They thought it was one of the stories. His tail kept falling off, and then I think they had to nail it on, and for some reason one of those guys would put a pretty bow on his tail. So I'm actually ready now to start to add some color, and to do that, gosh, I guess I'm gonna use a mauve on his inside of his ears. I'm going to use the mauve on the bow on his tail. I'm going to use a light blue. I don't really have the right color for most of him. He's going to be this baby blue. Not too worried here. Coloring him in a light blue. This part is blue, yep. He's got like his underside is a different, it's kind of a purple looking color. So under these legs there, that's why I have these lines, like half of his legs are a different, like a purplish color. And the top part of him is this blue color. So the shapes that I'm coloring in. And then most of his face here is blue. I want to still see my pencil lines because I want to go over those with black. Because he is a cartoon. Cartoons are kind of outlined a little bit. Next, his nose is kind of a skin looking color. Apricot skin looking. I don't like this color because it smears terrible. If you just touch a little bit of pencil, it like stays on the pencil and smears around more like it's trying to do it on purpose. It's really aggravating. Terrible. There's that. I did it. And then that purplish looking color. You know what? I'm just going to try and use purple and just do it lightly. See what I think of that. Yeah, that's right. Trying not to show lines, but I'm just trying to smoothly color it in. I still do want to see those pencil lines that I made when I was drawing because I'm going to make them black so that way I can see them better because everything's kind of muddy. It's getting muddy together here. So really it looks like I'm ready for some black. Inside of his mouth has some pink. His little tongue, I should do that with the pink while I'm at it. And I need to do some work with some black. I'm just simply outlining everything on my guy. Kind of focusing and concentrating, so it's hard to remember to continue to talk when I'm coloring in and working here. Making his little tail black. Put some more of those stitch marks on him, just kind of randomly. There's the back of his neck, and then his mane. I guess he's a donkey mane. One of my goats was laying down this morning. He was laying down like he died. My son thought he died, then I went and checked on him, and he perked up and was like, what? I'll have to check on him later, make sure he's not sick. In the morning it's hard because we're trying to get everybody out of the house. I fed everybody. I know it wouldn't look too bad. But what do I want to do for a background, this little rascal? That is a question. I suppose that he'll be sitting in some grass. Probably like to find a nice patch of grass. If you live in the woods, you know that there's not a whole lot of good grass. And he lives in the 100-acre woods, I believe. Does he like live in a tent or something? I don't remember. He doesn't live in a tree like Winnie the Pooh does, I think. There's a nice patch of grass. What can I do for that sky? I think I'm just going to go simple. My go-to, some clouds, pretty day. A little bit of baby blue in the sky. Always gotta try to finish your drawings. Don't leave stuff uncolored. It looks like you don't really care at all. And honestly, what it does is it says that you don't care at all. So you want to always finish whatever that I'm working on. Whatever I'm doing, try to finish it and make it look good. There is my Eyore. So I look forward to seeing yours. Post it so we can all see it. Good luck. This is week 20. Week 20.